While many of you prepare for the ACA convention, I thought I would show you how I'm preparing for the catfish convention here in October. Recently I've had a lot of species of catfish start spawning for me, and I thought I'd share with you a few of those today. Over the last few months I've had some great success with Ancistrus. These guys are going like crazy. I've got probably 200 in here, and you can see almost 100 just within this frame. I'm showing here the span. So I'll have those available for the catfish convention. Still within the fish room I have some L14s, Scoby Ancistrus auratus that I'm working with. There's a group of these with many caves. So I'll keep working with that species, keep trying to persuade them. Also in here I have Leosomodoris oncisus, which is the jaguar catfish. Got a group of these in here you can see in the cave, so I'll continue working with those as well. Speaking of wood catfish, I had some success with Tati and Intermedia. These guys have been spawning for me off and on throughout the years, but recently I've had some success again with spawning them. Here's a group of F1s that I have that are spawning for me. And I should have these available for the catfish convention here in October. You can see the coloration on them with the white striations marks, the spotting, almost oval shapes. These are often known as Milky Way catfish for that reason. So again, I hope to have those for the catfish convention. Also, I have some Otocinclus type catfish spawning for me, Otothuropsis. These are related to Histinotus, and I usually have between 30 and 40 fry in this tank, and they recently spawned. You can see one little itsy bitsy guy here on the front glass wiggling. There's another one right here. Also in this tank I have my breeding group of Hypancistrus zebra. These guys have been spawning consistently throughout the year. I've had 6 spawns this year. With that many spawns I'm going to start selling some. I'll have roughly 20 to 30 babies available at the convention. So those looking for zebras. Here's my contribution for the ACA. I've got a breeding pair of Pistogramma cockatoides. These are wild. There's a bunch of babies in there with them, as you can see, roughly a ½ inch in size. They're eating some baby brine. We should be of size by the time the convention rolls around. I've moved half of their fry over into a 10-gallon aquarium so I can raise those up. I still am keeping a lot of killies. Right now, since it's summertime, I'm not getting as many eggs, so things have slowed up. I do have Fundula Panchax Phalax, which are going really strong for me. You can see the male in the background there. Usually he's very outgoing, but today he's wanting to hide. I'll have a bunch of these hopefully for the convention. Here you can see some larger Otothuropsis. These will actually be going to Washington. There's some more. In the tank with them I have some Sterosoma ichthyes, which are related to the Royal Farluellas. Fry are difficult to raise because they need to sit on food constantly. It's an unusual fish. You don't usually see the Sterosoma ichthyes, you see the Sterosoma species. So I really wanted to make sure that I gave those another go, and they've started spawning for me. As you can see, there's a fry. Hard to see, but he's right on the front glass here. About a ½ inch, 5/8 of an inch in size. So I'm going to have those hopefully for the convention. Just need to make sure I feed them constant food. In the back here I've got another species of catfish. You have to look for them here on the surface of the tank. Got Central Mochus perugiae which is the honeycomb woodcat. And currently they are feeding on Repashy foods. It seems to have worked really well to provide them with about 50% RO, bringing the hardness and the softness down, and also keeping them in the dark. Probably give another update as they grow in size. Kind of hard to see. RO system's up and going really well. Pretty happy with that. Got RO water now for my higher level killies, like the higher elevation killies like the Ogawents, Aphysim and Ogawents. I've got some Aphysim Minbom and some Pyrophore and some Coalesce, so those are doing well on RO. Again, 50-50 mix. All the 2.5s are up and going, as you can see. They all have air, they all have filters inside the tanks. All the glass lids are cut, so I've been working on that. Stephan's foam works really well for creating these, covering up the little chambers where you open up the lids so no fish can jump out. All the airlines you can see here on the back. Here's hard to see, Cynolebius nigripinus, Australebius. Up top I would normally have a bunch of eggs. I've got a few eggs going right now. A bunch of eggs of the Fundulopanchax Valax. Hopefully these hatch. Also along this way, since summertime is slow for the killies because of the temperatures, got a lot of Daphnia moena. These things are going crazy. You can see got a constant supply now. Just hundreds of them. And goal is to be able to feed all the fish while I'm away. Just on that, so they'll have a natural food to feed upon. I also recently went ahead and took my wastewater from my RO system and hooked it into the back of 2 65-gallon aquariums. Here you can see the water dripping in. The wastewater from an RO system is great for African fish or even Central American fish, fish with that like harder water. So I've gone ahead and gotten some just basic Malawi and Tanganyikan cichlids. It's actually the first time I've kept Altolamprologus. They're growing like weeds under these conditions, as fast as they can really grow. Also have a lot of other Africans, as you can see here too. These are Victorians. A lot of rainbows going again this summer. These are prey cocks. I've got lots of prey cocks. There's also Bosmani. Here's the parents. Still working on finishing up substrate in these tanks. Some of the tanks already have substrate and have plants. As you can see, the cryptocarines are going like crazy in here. Hopefully all the tanks will be like that. This is actually the tank where the honeycomb Centromocus are breeding. So, well, that's a quick update of the fish room. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll certainly share some more updates as they come.